Well, I'm originally from Timmins, Ontario. I came here in 1992 to visit my two brothers, and I decided to stay. I was on social services for a few months, and then I got into painting, and I've been a painter ever since. I lost my place there almost 4 years ago, and I've been outside ever since. And to get housing, it's just to afford it because the rentals went up so high. It's just you can't afford nothing. You need to get a roommate just to get a room. Yeah, there was five of us. We were renting a whole house, but the lady decided to sell, and we had 3 months to find a place. But none of us found a place except for my girlfriend, where she has extra help for that because she belongs to peers and all that. So she got the workers and all that helping her. Eh? I tried to move in with her, but she didn't want. She doesn't want to live with me. So that's was a no-no there. Yeah, I've been homeless a couple times, but I found housing through our place. An outreach worker at our place, Kim. She helped me get a place once. But that place there got torn down and made into a parking lot. Well, I know it counted on our place a lot, and I used to go there for showers and get some extra clothes and stuff. I didn't want to go all the way to Beacon Hill to camp because it's such a distance for me, eh? Especially when I got a shopping cart of stuff, or more than a shopping cart of stuff. So I ended up going to Crystal Pool, and that's how I ended up here. Because we got flooded out there.
So is it better here than?
I was happier over there. Because here you're right now, it's like my eyesore more or less, but the tents here are more secure because we're up higher a little bit too and stuff.
Yeah, but there's been a couple of pretty nasty windstorms that have come through.
Yeah, a few of them collapsed and everything else, yeah.
You go for a spot at the arena?
I'd probably just wait until I get a place.
Yeah, because
who wants to be in a place where there's so much people all cramped up, right? So it's not, if you're worried about COVID, then that's not the idea, right? Because then, someone there could have COVID and then it could be passed around, right?
Yeah.
If I had my own way, I'd have a log cabin.
That's your blue sky.
Yeah.
Log cabin.
Near a lake where you fish and stuff, that'd be awesome. That'd be my ideal home.
Nice. Have you had to deal with complaints from the neighbors or any?
There was a few times I didn't have any heat, so I was just like cooped up in my sleeping bag inside, right?
Yeah, how do you guys deal with that? Because you're not allowed an open flame or anything.
Well, some of us do have little heaters or little stoves sort of deals. You got to, right? Because if you don't have it, like I don't know, some of these people don't have it, and I don't know how they do it. Just being bundled up all the time in their tent.
I've heard people use those little tea lights, like those little tents.
Oh yeah.
It can be kind of dangerous though too.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I did have a tent fire with my girlfriend and me in it.
Oh.
And it was just from one tea candle. She was passed out, and I lit it up. And I guess when I moved around and fell asleep, I knocked it to the side, and it caught our tent on fire. It burnt our tent really bad, and I couldn't see because it was full of smoke. And that's because my sleeping bag was burning and stuff. And she says, "Get us out." And I told her I can't find the door, and she goes, "Well, rip it open." So I ripped open the tent, and I literally pulled her out and me out, and the sleeping bag and the tent was all just burnt up in the middle.
That's really dangerous.
Yeah, it was scary because both of us, we went to our place afterwards in the morning, so we both ended up having a shower, and clumps of our back of our hair was burnt and it came out. Yeah, so we were pretty lucky we didn't get burnt really bad or something.
That's scary.
But we had burnt hair in our back of our heads. They were pretty bad.
That's scary. Yeah.
If I didn't react and rip open the tent to pull us out, we could have probably got the smoke probably could have took us down. Because it was like toxic smoke from the burning sleeping bags, right? Yeah, it's pretty scary.
That was from one candle.
That was from one little tea candle. Well, it's really unfortunate there's that much homeless people here. I can't believe that part of it, And to be one of those persons that is homeless and to see how it is, it's pretty tough on the people that are homeless, And now the law and the bylaw could pick on so much people and throw out their stuff on them, and that's all they got, It's that part there. It's really maddening for me. I don't know how many times I've seen the police taking people's stuff. And, I was so pissed off because I had some my mom's pictures that was sent to me, and personal things that I can't get back now. So I was so upset about that. My dad was an alcoholic, but he went fishing and he did all those things that the guys like to do, right? And I was too young to do much with my dad, but I'm from a family of 10, eh? And my other brothers told me a bunch. My dad took them fishing and did this and did that. So it's kind of good to hear some of the stories of my dad, because my dad died when I was a teenager. So I didn't really know my dad. But he worked for CP Rail all his life, and he did pretty good. But my mom, we were from a small town called Chapleau, Ontario, and we ended up moving to Timmins, Ontario. And I grew up kind of like in Blanchard Courts, a low-income housing project. And it was pretty good there. I had some good friends in growing up in that low-income housing.
Did you have a good relationship with your mom?
Yeah, but I just wasn't home all the time. I just, I was always, on the weekends, I'd sleep with my friends. I loved my friends. I was like I lived at my friends all the time, eh? Yeah.
How come?
Well, he had parents that, they owned some horses. They owned a big farm property, and every year he'd get a new motorcycle for Christmas, or for his birthday, eh? So I'd get to use his old one, and it was kind of cool, right? To be able to drive more dirt bikes,
Yeah. But things were okay at home, like you didn't have any...
Well, I was from a poor family. I might have got enough money to go see a movie once a year or something, sort of thing, right? I didn't get no allowance or anything like that. But I got little jobs like cutting lawns for people, and I got my own little clients like that. So I made a little bit of extra money, growing up on my own. Rich hearts, but it was kind of like poor family, but a lot of good spirits, I think.
Yeah.
And I was just looking back the other day, and a lot of my friends that I hung around with, on the islands here since 1992, a lot of them are gone. And it's because they drunk hardcore every day. Don't frown on people, love everybody, Because, I noticed there's a lot of people that help and give and stuff, and they can do it, right? And it's nice when people can actually show that they care, right? And other than just frown on someone, because, there was a guy the other day that came by here, and somebody stole his bike, so he came by here, and he wanted his bike. It's like as if somebody stole it from here. Who knows? Maybe some people do steal from here, but don't label everybody as we're thieves here, because we're all just homeless here waiting for housing, right? It could have been anybody that stole his bike, but he's, saying because we're here, it's us here because we're drug addicts or whatever, right? But
how does that make you feel?
Well, it makes me angry. I was going to go out of my tent there, but then I'm like, don't go and have a conversation. The guy could be on drugs, or he could be drunk, and then, he's just being an idiot, right? It would have been standing up for the rights of us here, but it wouldn't have been the right thing to do is to fight, right? Because so much people at our place every day that goes there, and they're homeless, and they're in the shelters, and it's pretty sad that that's their lifestyle. Shelter, our place, back to the shelter, so what kind of life is that, right? Just trying to get by, it's their life.
Yeah.
So you look at that, and it's so sad. And it's been 3 years now I'm not painting, and it's pretty harsh on me because I was used to making so much money a year, and now I'm just getting my social services money. I lost all my painting gear, and I got in a little bit of inheritance from my dad, a little ways back, and I invested most of my money into proper poles and better equipment and some nice brushes and all that. All of it's been stolen. It's awful. And it was the cops that got my stuff and threw it out. I was living in front of our place there for probably 6 months. And then I got kicked out of there, and I went to Beacon Hill, and just, moving around Beacon Hill. You only be in a spot for 2 days, and it's like...
What was it like when the 7 to 7 bylaw was in?
Oh, it was awful, because you had to take your tent down, and, there was no peace. It was just awful.
It probably would be pretty hard, I'm only guessing, but to get things done, right? Because you have to carry your stuff around.
Yeah.
How do you get ahead?
And I did have a lot of stuff. I had a shopping cart that was overloaded with stuff, but it was just... somebody needed a blanket or a sleeping bag, I helped them out, right? So I had a lot of extra stuff just to help people out too, right? And I lost that shopping cart because somebody stole it on me. So I lost all my stuff in Beacon Hill. It's been quite an adventure.
Well, all the best to you. I hope that things start to change soon.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you, Lulu.
You betcha.
Okay.